People are flocking to Huntsville to watch sports, and that's led to a massive boost in the local economy over these last few months. Our Jonah Karp explains.
When Toyota Field was being built, it wouldn't have taken an economic expert to predict the positive financial impact it would have on the local community. But this is just one piece of a larger growing trend that has resulted in more than $10 million in sports tourism that's boosted the Huntsville economy.
We all knew that sports tourism was going to lead the way out of the pandemic, and I think we've seen that happen already this year.
And you can actually narrow it down to just the last 3 months when sports tourism has produced $10.3 million in economic impact, according to the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And this is especially helping local businesses climb out of a pandemic-induced slump.
The hotels, the restaurants, even the venues, folks who obviously have had this unprecedented, horrible year with the way the tourism industry's been. So that's been a really gratifying thing for us. Just to see the economic impact, to see people get back to work at hotels and restaurants and be able to keep those partners thriving.
Of course, the sporting events that draw tourists don't happen without state-of-the-art facilities, and Huntsville is certainly no stranger to those.
It's already been a great place to come to travel and visit with all the attractions, but when you add really first-class facilities like the Aquatic Center, that's what's led to the rise of this.
Now, as you'd expect with less sports taking place over the summer months, the sports tourism numbers drop as well. However, the CVB does project $4.5 million of economic impact for all the events taking place this coming summer. Putting the Valley first, Jonah Karp, WZDX News.
Some of the events taking place this summer include the USA Swimming Futures Championship in July and the National Club Swimming Association Championship in August.